NYC election guide for November 8th, where and when to vote, how to report polling problems, etc. Patch provides you with all the information you need for Election Day on November 8th. By Mark Osborne, Patch staff. November 5th, 2016, 10:08 p.m. ET. New York, New York. Yes, the election you never thought would come has finally arrived. Well, almost, depending on when you read this. Election Day is Tuesday, November 8th. You probably knew that, and you were probably already planning to vote. But that doesn't mean you're ready to join in our nation's democracy. Patch breaks down all you need to know about the election, local races, polling places, predictions, and even how to file complaints about issues at polling places. When to vote. Polling places are open in New York City from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. no exceptions. And if you get in line before 9 p.m. you must be allowed to vote. By the way, you can double-check to make sure you're registered to vote on the Board of Elections site or by calling 1-866-868-3692. Where to vote. Contrary to a popular scam floating around social media, you cannot vote by text or online. If you haven't mailed in an absentee ballot, it was due November 1st, you better head to your local polling place on Tuesday. NYC offers a very easy polling locator online. Just type in your street address and zip code and they'll tell you where to vote. Once you've typed in your address and selected it, the Board of Elections will not only show you your polling place in large letters with a Google map at the top, they'll also show you what races you are eligible to vote in. Most importantly, write down your election and assembly district. It's at the top of the list of political subdivisions. None of the other ones, judicial district, congressional district, etc., need to be written down. Write it down and bring it with you. When you show up to the polling place, this is how you'll know which table to go to in order to get your ballot and make your vote. Problems voting? First, the polling place workers are all volunteers, so please try to remember to be patient even if there's some problems or confusion when you go to vote. Issues have been limited at the succession of primaries held in the run-up to Tuesday, but there will be a lot more people voting in the general election. Chances are, most of the confusion will come if you don't know your election and assembly district. Volunteers located right at the entrance can help you look it up, but you were smart enough to write it down beforehand, right? Of course, you were. If you're still having issues, call the Board of Elections and tell them what the problem is. There's a general line, but each borough has its own phone number, which a polling worker is obligated to call if there's an issue. Manhattan Voter Helpline, 212-886-2100. Brooklyn Voter Helpline, 718-797-8800. Queens Voter Helpline, 718-730-6730. Bronx Voter Helpline, 718-299-9017. Staten Island Voter Helpline, 718-876-0079. The General Line, 866-VOTE-NYC or 212-VOTE-NYC, can be called by anyone, for any and all voting-related questions or problems from anywhere in the city. They'll help you find your polling place, tell you when the polls close, and so on. Ask away. If inspectors or interpreters are missing, tell workers to call the BO immediately. Same goes for supplies. A poll worker is responsible for calling if they tell you they've run out of anything. Who am I voting for anyway? You're probably well aware of the top of the ticket, and there's a good chance that's what is pulling you to the polling place in the first place. But it's a good idea to take a quick look at the local races you'll be voting on too.